And now, it's time for Let's Go Already, featuring one of the country's leading motivational speakers, Dr. George Miller.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Pretty good? I am too. Where are y'all from? Well, I am too. That's just great. Okay, You know, people ask me, they say, what is it like to be one of the country's leading motivational speakers? And I always tell them the same thing. It's awful. I'm sick of it. I can't stand my life. And I say that in the most motivational way. First of all, you got to fly a lot. When you fly, they always insult your intelligence. For those passengers with connecting flights, see an agent at the gate. Well, thanks. I usually just wander around, hoping to spot a plane that's going my way. It's always so confining on that airplane, and then they make this announcement. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin. Gee, what a blast. Why don't I just go into that little bathroom and hang myself? You got to stay at a lot of hotels. True story. I'm at a hotel. I said to the desk clerk, could I leave a wake-up call for 11? Guy actually said this. 11 o'clock? I said, no, 11 a chicken. I always rent a car when I go out of town. Here's my favorite road sign. School's open, drive carefully. Gee, I sure wish school would let out so I could start ramming into people again. I went to the Grand Canyon. Boy, what they say about it is true. You stand there at the Grand Canyon, you feel so inferior, so insecure, and then I realized something. I felt like that before I got there. My family's been a big influence on me. My mom always gives guidance in the form of little phrases. Happiness comes from the inside. So I always feel better after you puke. And my dad has never been afraid to try anything new. One time he mixed Nabisco shredded wheat and grape nuts in the same bowl. Oh, I'm anxious to try that. I've never eaten hay and little rocks at the same time. My dad always said, don't be afraid to be different. When I was a little kid, I would say odd things to adults just to see their reaction. Sonny, what do you want to be when you grow up? A sniper who hates prostitutes. And always have respect for everybody. Bill Clinton said during the election, he says, in America, we don't have a single person we can waste. I don't think he's ever seen Richard Simmons. And you can't always have good luck. Did you read about the couple that lost the $10 million in the McDonald's contest because their daughter was an employee there? What a double whammy. They lose the $10 million plus the embarrassment of having everybody know they got a relative working at McDonald's. And you got to know what you want. You got to be honest with yourself and know what you want. You see a little old lady loaded down with packages running for the bus, and you secretly root for the bus? And you got to relax and have a good time. You know how to do that, right? Call up the Home Shopping Network. When they say, what can we do for you? Say, nothing, thanks. I'm just looking. And Cheers went off the air, one of my favorite shows. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Why don't you just go home with your family? I do a lot of speeches to big companies, and sometimes big companies insult the intelligence of the audience on television. The little old lady says, I just took arthritis strength bufferin, now I can lift my frying pan. Well, the doctor ought to give her codeine. She could be working out with weights. Imodium AD makes your first attack of diarrhea your last. What does that mean? It kills you? Irregularity used to be a problem. Well, what is it now? An opportunity? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. We don't. We hate you because you're a conceited bitch. Excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon? No, I just had a physical. I'm feeling much better. Hey, I enjoyed talking to you. I got to get to my next motivational speech. Thank you very much.